Meera loved spending her evenings near the glowing volcano hills. Every sunset, she sat beside the railway tracks in her golden yellow dress, while her fluffy puppy Kuttu played happily nearby. Together they watched Mount Lumina glow warmly across the valley. Rivers of lava shimmered down the mountain, flowers bloomed across the hills, and but one evening something changed. The glowing lava slowly began fading. The warm light from the volcano disappeared. The flowers near the hills stopped glowing. Cold wind moved quietly across the valley. Meera looked toward the mountain with worried eyes. Could the volcano look sick? Just then, a cheerful whistle echoed through the hills. Through the glowing mist came Chukka, the magical blue train. Its warm headlights glowed softly as steam drifted into the cool evening air. Chukka stopped beside Meera and smiled kindly. "Mount Lumina is losing its warmth," Chukka explained. "The heart flame deep inside the volcano is fading." Meera looked surprised. "What's the heart flame?" "It's the magical energy inside the mountain," Chukka said. "Volcanoes help warm the earth. They create rich soil where flowers, forests, and plants grow strong." Meera gently touched the cold ground beneath her feet. "So the volcano helps nature live?" "Yes," Chukka replied warmly. "Without volcanoes, many valleys would lose their warmth and life." Meera looked back at the dark mountain. "Then we have to help it." Chukka gave a happy whistle. "Let's go." Soon Meera and Kuttu climbed aboard Chukka, and the magical journey began. The train rolled through glowing volcano hills beneath the starry sky. Warm mist drifted across the valleys while glowing rocks sparkled beside the railway tracks. As they traveled higher into the mountains, Meera noticed glowing cracks in the earth slowly fading darker and darker. Finally, Chukka stopped beside a hidden cave entrance glowing deep orange from within. "This is where the heart flame sleeps," Chukka said softly. Meera held Kuttu close as they stepped inside. The volcano cave was enormous. Glowing lava rivers flowed beneath rocky pathways while warm orange light flickered across the walls. Tiny ember sparks floated gently through the air. Soon they reached a wooden bridge hanging above a giant lava river. Meera carefully crossed while Kuttu stayed close beside her. On the other side, the cave opened into a magical crystal cavern. Huge glowing crystals surrounded them everywhere. Some glowed blue. Others sparkled purple, orange, and red. The cave shimmered beautifully like an underground sky filled with light. Meera slowly touched one glowing crystal. "It's beautiful. These crystals carry warmth from deep inside the earth," Chukka explained. Farther inside the volcano, they discovered something unexpected: a magical underground garden. Bright glowing flowers and colorful plants grew from rich dark volcanic soil beside warm lava cracks. Tiny glowing lights floated softly around the cave. Meera knelt beside the flowers carefully. "The volcano helps these plants grow." Chukka smiled proudly. "Yes, volcanic soil helps forests, flowers, and crops grow strong and healthy." Kuttu wagged his tail happily beside the glowing flowers. As they continued deeper into the mountain, the cave became darker and quieter. Then suddenly, Thousands of tiny ember lights floated all around them. The giant chamber glowed golden. The floating lights drifted through the air like tiny warm stars. Meera smiled as one ember floated gently near her hand. "They're beautiful. The mountain is trying to stay warm," Chukka explained softly. The ember lights guided them deeper into the volcano until they finally reached the center of Mount Lumina. There, surrounded by glowing lava rivers, stood the heart flame. It looked like a giant glowing crystal heart, but its light was weak and fading. Meera looked up at it sadly. "How do we help it?" "The heart flame needs the gifts of the volcano," Chukka explained. "Warm crystals, rich volcanic soil, ember lights, the energy of the mountain itself." Meera carefully gathered glowing crystals from the crystal cavern. She carried rich volcanic soil from the underground garden. Tiny ember lights floated around her hands. One by one, Meera placed them into the heart flame chamber. For a moment, everything became still. Then suddenly, the giant crystal heart began glowing brighter and brighter. Warm golden light spread across the cavern. The lava rivers glowed brightly once again. Thousands of magical particles floated upward into the air. The entire mountain rumbled softly beneath them. Outside, Mount Lumina awakened once more. Warm glowing lava flowed beautifully down the volcano slopes. Golden ember lights floated across the sky while glowing cracks spread warmth through the valleys again. Across the hills, flowers slowly bloomed once more. The cold wind disappeared. Warm glowing light returned to the mountains. Meera smiled happily. "We helped the volcano." Chukka gave a cheerful whistle. "And the volcano helped the earth again." As morning arrived, the glowing hills became more beautiful than ever before. Butterflies floated through warm mountain air. Flowers bloomed brightly across the valleys. Warm glowing lava lit the hills softly beneath the sunrise. Nature had come alive again. Soon it was time to return home. Meera and Kuttu climbed aboard Chukka as the magical train rolled gently through the glowing volcano hills during sunrise. Pink and golden clouds stretched across the sky while warm steam drifted softly from the train. Meera hugged Kuttu and smiled peacefully as Mount Lumina glowed proudly behind them. That night, Meera fell asleep beside Kuttu beneath her warm blanket. Outside her bedroom window, the volcano glowed softly beneath the stars. The earth was warm again. The flowers were blooming again. And deep inside Mount Lumina, the magical heart flame glowed peacefully through the quiet night.